We all know that Canada is facing a doctor shortage, yet thousands of qualified doctors already living in Canada are unable to enter the system. I've already spoken about how the residency system restricts competition for Canadians who studied medicine abroad, but that issue has just moved beyond just discussion. It is currently being challenged in a human rights case in the province of British Columbia at the time this video is published. In BC and across Canada, postgraduate residency training is a gateway to becoming a licensed physician. But for most Canadians who did their med school outside of Canada, the system doesn't give them equal access. It only gives them limited entry, limited specialties to apply, and the conditions attached, including the return of service obligations. While the Canadians who graduate from the local medical schools do not have these limitations or obligations, and this becomes a central discriminatory theme that the human rights case is trying to legally challenge. Society of Canadians Studying Medicine Abroad, SOCASMA, is the group that is legally challenging the system. And here's the part that should really worry the public. When the complaint was filed, almost nobody was willing to take full responsibility for the system. One body said, we just register people. Another body said, we don't set the eligibility rules. Another says, we didn't create the two-stream system. Another says, that's the province's decision, it's not ours. So everyone tries to shift their responsibilities when they are officially questioned, and the system stays the same. The BC Ministry of Health took some responsibility and argued that the barriers exist because taxpayers fund local medical training and because they want to manage physician supply and distribution. And they essentially argue, even if there's differential treatment, it may be justified. That's the heart of the conflict in the case. But in my previous videos, I've already posted my opinion on this point. Some argue that the graduates from the Canadian medical schools deserve priority because their education was subsidized by taxpayers. But if taxpayers funded their training, shouldn't they also have the same return of service obligations that the Canadians from international medical schools are forced to sign up? Because right now, Canadians who graduated from international medical schools face restrictions and mandatory service agreements and severe financial penalties if they break the agreement. Canadians from Canadian medical schools face neither and are not obligated to do the return of service, although their education was subsidized by these taxpayers. This should make you rethink about what equity even means. But now we need to observe how this is being challenged legally and how they explain and address the human rights concerns specifically. And this case is still alive and moving through the legal process right now, involving questions of fair process, public accountability, and whether the system can restrict access in a way that functionally removes people from even competing for the residency positions across specialties. Look, I'm not here to distort the details. I'm here to say this is happening right now and it really matters. Because if nobody owns the system, then nobody fixes it. And if we keep calling it equity while defending structural exclusion, that's not functionally equity. The word just becomes a branding statement.